Hey guys, Kevin with Screaming Chicken here. Would you like to be able to open the trunk for your 67 through 69 Camaro or Firebird without fumbling for keys or trying to put the key in the keyhole and possibly scratching up your new paint? We've got a solution for you. Today we're going to show you how to install an electric latch that works with an alarm or a button for your car. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the key tumbler. It's got a sliding clip that has a screw that holds it in place right here that we also use for a ground for back here. So we're going to remove the screw. There we go. And then you're going to take and pull that and it'll just pop out. And you can see here it comes loose, the key tumbler and the rod that goes into the latch will slide through it, and then you can just kind of reach through and push on the rod and the tumbler and kind of work the tumbler out. And then the clip that holds it here, so when it goes back in, you'll slide this back through, so you want to have this in place before we go to put that back in. And then from there, you're just going to take loose these 3 bolts and remove the factory latch. Okay, so we'll take these 3 bolts loose. Okay, before we get the latch completely out, I'm going to take a piece of masking tape and put right here. Hopefully it'll stay in place for us. And we're going to mark the center of our pivot point right here so that when we install the new latch, we know where it needs to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and take out our last bolt. And then once this one gets loose, the latch will kind of fall out of place. Just take this one out. And then we'll pull the old latch out. And that's all there is for the removal. I'm gonna go ahead and go grab the new one and we'll get it lined up and I'll show you how it goes in. Okay, so here's the new latch. You see our wires coming out of the back. We're gonna slide it down in the hole here. With a first gen, luckily you don't have to cut anything. It'll fit through this hole just fine. When you look at your instructions, they're a little bit generic for different models, and it's got a cutout for models that have the latch in the trunk lid. But with the first gen F bodies, it's all right here and it'll slide right in, so you don't have to cut anything. So we'll slide our wires through, and then you can see here it says to use these 2 screws. We're going to use these 2, make sure everything works, and then you can put the 3rd one in if it lines up on your car, but you don't want to over tighten it because it can squeeze all this stuff and cause it all to get into a bind, and you don't want that. Started by hand, and I'm going to slip our tape out of the way a little bit. Take our other one over here. And then I'm going to look, and I need to slide this over just a little bit to line it up with our pivot point from the original. So right there. Oop, moved it. Right there. I'm gonna go ahead and get these just snugged up a little bit so it doesn't move around on us. And then do this one. This one. I'm not getting these super tight, I'm just getting them good and stuck. That's good. I'm going to take and reach through here. I'm going to go ahead and move our ground to this side because we already have a ground that we're using here for our tail lights. And then you have a plug for this side. We've already ran this up to the front of the car where you can either install a button that comes with your kit, or you can wire it into an alarm or keyless entry. And it just snaps on like any regular clip. I can get my fat hands in there. Okay, that's in place. And from there, I'm gonna go ahead and lower this down and just kind of look as I lower it to make sure it looks like it's in place. And that looks like it's lined up just about right. We may have to tweak it a little, but it looks good. Now I'm gonna take our key tumbler and I'm gonna grab the keys to see which way this goes in to make sure I put it the right direction. And then we'll put it back in and go through our clip. Got our ground back in, our clip's in place. I'm gonna give a little push on our tumbler just to make sure it's in secure. And that's it, guys. We did all this in real time in about 20 minutes, other than wherever you want to wire in your button or wire it into an alarm or keyless entry. Like I said, we're gonna wait on this screw until we close it down and finish the wiring to make sure we don't get this in a bind. And as long as everything's working good, we'll put this in and just get it snug, and that'll be it. Okay, so after we finished our initial install, I went back and put in new hardware that we offer, and then I had to do a little bit of tweaking. The latch can move sideways, and I had to move our striker down just a little bit to work with the latch in this car. Every car is going to fit just a little different, so you'll have to play with it a little. In addition to the new hardware, this latch, you can see it almost looks polished or machined. You probably could polish it if you wanted to, compared to the original latch. And then we grounded it here, as I mentioned earlier. And then your power wire, you've got one wire that we ran up to the front of the car. We hooked it into an alarm, but you can also hook it into the button that comes with it. Is this one here. It's just kind of a generic button. We offer an upgraded button that lights up. It matches our other buttons that we offer as well. And then we're installing the button here in the 67 ashtray bracket that we offer as well. Okay, so we've got the install all finished. One of the questions we get asked a lot is, will the key still work with this? No problems. So you got three options, and you can see it does still latch. You got the key that I just showed you. We've got it set up on an alarm. Latches that way. Okay, and then you can also hit the button from inside the car. Okay guys, that's the install. This product's available at screamingchicken.com. It's in the first gen alarm and trunk section if you're looking for it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys next week.